As an employer, it's really important that staff feel able to raise concerns directly with you at the time that they happen or afterwards. Sometimes these issues are things that are brought into the workplace, such as dealing with violent clients or patients. And it's incredibly important that people feel safe to raise these kinds of concerns and ask for help and have your response ensure that they see that as a valid thing to bring to you, not that they have become part of the problem that you now need to solve. And that is quite difficult because often staff will bring you concerns or issues because they're hard to solve, not because they're easy to solve. If they were easy to solve, they would have dealt with it already. So actually practicing those things, talking to staff about issues, finding a forum where it's easy to raise these things, having suggestion boxes, doing regular check-ins with people is a really important part to build normal workplace practice. And I think also if you're in a role as a manager or a leader, as I am in my work running a union, understanding that some of the stuff people will bring you is stuff you'd rather not hear, and it makes you pause and reflect on, are we doing well enough? What could we be doing better? They're never comfortable things to have to think about, but it's really important work. One of the challenges we face as employers and as organisations is it's really hard to be all things to all people, but actually we have an obligation to try. And our employees aren't always going to bring their best selves to work or their whole selves to work, and nor should they be required to. But what we hope they will be able to do is know that when things are difficult for them, whether they're work-based or due to things happening in their wider lives, that it's safe to ask for help or to speak up about the challenges they're facing. Sometimes directly with you, but at other times that they know how to talk with their union delegate or their local union organiser, how they can contact EAP or any other kind of support arrangement that you have in place for them as an employer. And it's worth it as an employer to consider what other resources you can provide, because, you know, workplace wellbeing needs to be assessed on what is provided at an organisational level to support all of your people. It's not about making sure people can do yoga at lunchtime or drink smoothies or ride their bikes to work, all of those ingredients around personal resilience, which are helpful up to a point, but you can be the most resilient and kind of thoughtful person in the world about all of the things you can do to promote your well-being, and it might still not be enough if the workplace doesn't have those supports in place. And so I think it's really important to think about that corporate identity, that whole of organisational well-being, and different people will need different things, but at the end of the day, it's ensuring that there are avenues that people feel safe to use when they need support, when they want to talk about issues that they're facing, or if they just need some help.